Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the OCP, the Original Copycats podcast. It's me, your friend, your love. Actually, no, I shouldn't really say lover. That's a bit weird. It's me, Alex. Hello, how you doing? That was weird. Yeah, you're joined by just me today. I'm on my own because Josh ain't here today. It's just going to be one of these silly little recordings again where I go through random stuff that I found on the internet. So anyway, how was your week? Actually, it's only Tuesday, isn't it? So, not much of a week. How was your Monday? There we go. So, sorry about the bit of trouble we had the other week. I was away in Wales and I thought I could be the hero and get everything edited and done beforehand, but I just ran out of time, so there wasn't an episode on the week whilst I was away, so apologies for that. But I hope that people listening have been going over to our YouTube, the Original Copycats, and watching the little vlog style videos that I've done of each and every day that we were away for on that week. It was me and my friend Alroy, and we went to Snowdonia and did a lot of stuff, to be fair. We did everything that we wanted to do, we ended up doing, so that was cool. We did Snowdonia. We did Snowdon. We did a place called the Ogwen Valley. We did the Norwich Slate Quarry. We did Conwy Castle and a medieval shop. That was quite cool. And what else did we do? The last 2 days we had a bit of snow, which was unexpected. It wasn't much on the first day, but then by the end, it was getting to a point where I thought, I'm not sure if I can actually drive home in this. It was getting a bit mad. And in the end, I'm sorry, whilst I'm trying to tell this story, I'm on this website and this advert is playing. I've honestly no idea what. I can't even describe it. It's ridiculous. It's just pictures of Nicolas Cage. Well, Nicolas Cage's face on a fucking pickle. I'm so confused. Sorry, it's distracting me. I might have to watch that in a minute. Where do I get to? So yeah, second day, I thought there'd be so much snow that I wouldn't be able to leave, and it was about 6 inches worth, so about average height. And we made a snowman and a little snowman. It was good fun. We had a snowball fight. I haven't had a snowball fight in years, mainly because we haven't had enough snow to actually warrant one, but it was decent. I enjoyed it, and it was a good week away, and I really think it was needed above anything else. It was a welcome break. But anyway, yeah, so I hope people have been going and watching those. Currently speaking, there's only 2 up, maybe 3, depending. But yeah, go and check them out, because they're good fun. So yeah, today we are going to be doing something called, I haven't decided yet, because I wanted to do something called r/that happened, which is, it's basically stories that people have written and put out there on the internet, which obviously didn't happen. And so you read it and you go, yeah, sure, that happened. And it's just a bit cringy, to be honest. Most of them tend to end with either a load of clapping or a load of cheering, and it's like, yeah, people don't react like that to anything these days, especially to just one person. So you tend to find some that are written from the parents' perspective or something. So they'll go, oh yes, well, earlier on, my 3-year-old daughter said this, and it'll come out with some quote from Einstein or something and be like, why can't more people be like kids and all this? And you're like, oh, shut up. Like, that just didn't happen, did it, Sandra? Chill out. And so you think it's mainly because people want to say certain things but don't have the guts to deal with the backlash if people don't agree with them. So they think, in their almighty wisdom, that if they say it from a parent's perspective, listening to their child, for example, that people are going to be like, oh, it came from a kid. Oh, how profound, how knowledgeable and wise of that child in his early years or her early years. And it's less likely to have any sort of backlash or disagreement from people. So that's probably why they do it. But the whole clapping and cheering thing, I just don't get why they feel the need to put that in there. It's like, oh, yes, well, someone was being rude. And I said this snippy little remark to them, and then everyone heard and everyone clapped as the other person looked like an idiot. And you're like, yeah, what? Do you think you're on an episode of a sitcom or something? What's going on? It just, life isn't like that. There was actually one recently that I read out on one of the Petty Revenge Story episodes. I think it was the first one. And it was basically where this cashier was serving a customer at a shop. And the customer started going off on some bloody rant about how they don't like gays or something. And the cashier was like, well, I'm actually a lesbian, so. And the customer was like, oh, okay. And then basically tried to go to a different store to return the goods she just bought because apparently they were tainted after having touched a gay person, which is just, if that's true, that's horrible. But then the thing that made me sort of think, yeah, this just didn't happen, did it? Is the fact that the cashier was then called up by a different store because the person serving the customer there was like, oh, this woman's trying to return goods that she said she bought from your store because they're tainted. And then the cashier went on to inform her, basically saying that she was gay and blah, blah, blah. And the other cashier from the different store goes, oh, okay. And then basically pretends that she's gay as well, so that this customer just can't return the goods. And no matter where the customer goes, every cashier then pretends that they're gay just to sort of get a bit of unity in there. And as much as I respect that, if it's true, I don't think it is true. So that's an example of what I think of r/that happened, because it's just like, shut up. So what I've done is, instead of actually look on r/that happened, because I did have a quick gander and I couldn't actually find any that were that good, which was not great. Not gonna lie, but I have found 15 cringeworthy stories from Reddit's That Happened that definitely did not happen. And this is a Know Your Meme article, so this should be all right. Some of them are picture based, so I won't read those. But we'll go through some of these and see what we think. Okay, so without further ado, the first one we have here is breakfast in bed. I woke up this morning to find Gray in the kitchen. Gray? What kind of name is that? Okay, I woke up this morning to find Gray in the kitchen making us breakfast. He's only 2, but he made eggs, French toast, and waffles by himself. When he saw me, he said, "Mum, I was going to bring you breakfast in bed. Get back in bed. You're the best mum ever, and I just wanted to do something nice for you." So I went back to bed, and he brought me a tray of the best food I've ever eaten. I don't know about you, but at the age of 2, I could not formulate a sentence like that. Anyway, yeah, looking at that, there's a picture that's included with this. Looking at that, he's split the yolks, a fucking amateur. To be fair, I'm not much better myself. How the hell, as a 2-year-old, A, got the height to reach the cooker, and B, known how to make eggs, French toast, and waffles? By himself. Who took the picture, for one? So it wasn't by himself, was it? Fucking dick. He's got a bottle of wine there. I hope he's not on it. The second one here, oh, this is a picture one, but it's quite funny. A grandma had this picture on her mantle. A grandma? Who's just a random woman's house? All right. I'm going to say my grandma. My grandma had this picture on her mantle because she thought it was Jesus. And it's Keanu Reeves. Oh, God. The third one we've got here is cringe in its purest form. One of my classmates called me a vamphobic slur. Vamphobic? Was that like vampire? Oh, yeah, because it's a, yeah. Vamphobic slur today, so I bit her hand. Turns out her parents are lawyers and they might sue me because she contracted tetanus. Sure she did. I'm so effing sick of mortals. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. What is... I'd love to know, what is a vamphobic slur? I'm gonna... Is this a good idea? I don't know. Slurs. I didn't even know this was a thing. Oh my, look, you type in vamphobic slurs and the first thing that comes up is the same story. Okay, right. Can someone give me an example of a vamphobic slur? What? Okay, well, the only two that have come up, and just bearing in mind the sentence that then follows the two examples is, I don't know, lol, is bloodsucker and pale. So, but isn't bloodsucker literally what a vampire is? And pale is a characteristic. Why are vampires so pale? Because surely they've got more blood in them than most people. Does blood... Does blood go to... I was going to say, does blood go back in the bloodstream when you drink it? Probably not, Alex. Okay, well, we'll move on from that. Okay. Faster than Usain Bolt. God. Here we go. This is a reply. That was weird. What the fuck happened there? Oh. That genuinely scared the shit out of me then. My entire desk just jolted. I'm sat in the dark right now, okay? Just to give you a bit of perspective. I'm sat in the dark. The only thing that's lighting up the stuff in front of me is my computer monitor. And it just moved, like proper jolted forward. And I thought, shit, what happened? Did something fall down? But there was no noise. And the first thing that came to my head was, it's a ghost and it's coming at me for being a vamphobe. And turns out that I've just got this big piece of cardboard behind my monitor that I forgot about, and it's just tipped forward and hit the monitor. Let me just adjust that. There we go. Okay, so this one is a reply to a YouTube video of Usain Bolt doing the fastest 100-meter sprint. So, this is very impressive. Back in high school, during track practice, I did a 9:36 in 100 meters. So please, do not say Bolt is the fastest man alive, because you have not seen every 7.7 billion people run 100 meters. But nonetheless, Bolt was very fast. Well, unfortunately, I've blocked out his name, so I can't see what this person is called. Why didn't you come forward with something, mate? You could have been the next Usain Bolt. But you didn't, mate. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, like, if you were running track practice people are aware of what the fastest time in 100 meters are. So they'd be like, holy shit, you've just broken the world record. And actually like gone, maybe we should have documented that. What the hell is this? Okay, the next one is just brony things. Okay. I'm a brony, and that's a male fan of, oh dear, a male fan of My Little Pony. And I also review episodes online that got me about 10,000 subscribers. But I'm sickened by the stereotypical people and some of the non-show accurate toys. One day, I was looking for a Derpy Hooves figure in a nearby toy shop. Sorry, what the fuck is a Derpy Hooves? So, it's written out like a script. Clerk. What the hell are you doing, you crap bag? I quickly turn around, shocked. Me. I would like to see your manager. Clerk. He won't want to see... He won't want to see a paedophile like you. Now get out and never come back. Who the fuck is this clerk? Why are they so aggressive? Just straight up got up to this guy and called him a pedo because he's in a toy shop. That's when I heard a familiar voice, a subscriber that Skyped me the night prior. He was the manager. Oh, the plot thickens. Me. Aren't you the guy I Skyped last night? At that moment, the jerk clerk, got fired. I signed an autograph, and I was able to get a Derpy Hooves pop figure. For free, or just you still bought it? Because that kind of sucks. I just don't think that happened, did it, mate? Okay, next one. The biggest muscles. Oh, this is quite short. I kid you not, the nurse who did my second jab just said that I have the biggest arm muscles they've seen in here since they started doing this. Okay, good for you, buddy. Cool story, bro. That was posted on Twitter. I'm not surprised in the slightest. Bunch of fucking egomaniacs on there. Salt Jesus. Okay. This young man was praying before his meal when a group of liberal atheists mocked him, chanting, "Prove your God is real." Well, okay. It was then his salt shaker fell, and the image of Christ, the Saviour, appeared. The group of non-believers fell to their knees and prayed for forgiveness. We serve an awesome God. Amen. Yeah, so awesome. Yeah, if that's the real picture, I don't think that's a real picture. Well, I don't think this actually happened, so it could be the quote-unquote real picture. But if that is the real picture, it has fallen in a perfectly square layout. That is amazing. And the guy's still looking at the camera whilst praying. How has it fallen in that pattern? The eyes are incredible. To be fair, like, they say that God created the planets and all that. The planets? The Earth in 7 days or 6 and rested on the last. Lazy cunt. But he's one hell of a fucking artist, if that's the case. Because he's painted his sun in salt with incredible detail. Thorns and all. Look at that. Okay, next one. Voice broke. Oh, God, no. I've just seen the title. Another proud parent. I wonder what this might be. After going to play airsoft on a date, My eldest daughter, 18, came to me upset that the boy wasn't talking to her anymore. After a little digging, it was because she knew how to stack on a door, pie a room, understood fields of fire, hit what she was shooting at, know how to work all the guns. Apparently they are all fairly realistic and similar to the real thing. And the Marines that were there, a couple of guys who went to high school with them and graduated a year or two ago, wanted her on their team because she was better. Apparently this made her a psycho. Okay. I never thought I would have to comfort a daughter by telling her, if he can't properly clear a building, he probably isn't man enough to be your boyfriend. It's better to find out he is an insecure child on date 2 than after months. I don't know what half of this shit means. I've got to be honest. Like, stack a door, does that mean like you lean against it and look in or something? I don't know. Pie a room. What does that mean? Understood fields of fire, hit what she was shooting at. Well, that's a very basic requirement of using a gun. But yeah, the whole thing of, if he can't properly clear a building, he isn't man enough to be your boyfriend. Shut the fuck up. McNuggets. When I'm 7th grade, the McDonald's fan... What? When I'm 7th grade? You look a bit older than that, mate. Fucking at least 25. When I'm 7th grade, the McDonald's fan fell on me and I let the manager convince me to accept a lifetime of free McNuggets instead of suing them. Okay. Good for you. I'd have taken the money, to be fair. McNuggets ain't that fucking good. Gonna get a bit of backlash from that. Sorry. Do you know, my 3-year-old daughter said once that McNuggets aren't very good. I couldn't agree more. A wise child. The next one says, tell me why. Here's a quick story. So when I was in a grocery store and someone behind me said, tell me why, and I said, oh no. Fuck's sake. I just realised that that's the premise of this story. Someone said, tell me why, and I said, ain't nothing but a heartache. And then we just burst out into the song, I Want It That Way. And when we were done, we got a huge, oh fuck's sake. We got a huge round of applause. And everyone clapped. That's something you don't see every day. Or ever. Sorry, I jumped the gun too quickly with that one. And kind of ruined it. Fuck. Oh well. What's the next one? I mean, it's Walmart, so it's not impossible. What's this one? I just watched a woman drink laundry detergent at Walmart. Bottle to mouth in the aisle. I said nothing. But when she made eye contact, she just gasped and was like, I'm gonna buy it. Bro, I'm not worried about you buying it. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, actually, the title's pretty accurate with this. I mean, it's Walmart, so it's not impossible. I kind of feel like this shit would happen because people are fucking weird. Not weird enough to clap people. That's insane. But weird enough to drink laundry detergent. I mean, for Christ's sake, Tide Pods were being eaten at one point. So I really don't put this past anybody. So I don't think that one is false. I recently asked my friend's little girl what she wanted to be when she grows up. She said she wanted to be Prime Minister one day. Both of her parents, Labour voters, were standing there, so I asked her, if you were Prime Minister, what would be the first thing you would do? She replied, I'd give food and houses to all the homeless people. Her parents beamed. Wow, what a worthy goal, I told her. But you don't have to wait until you're Prime Minister to do that. You can come over to my house and mow the lawn, pull weeds, and sweep my yard, and I'll pay you £50. Then I'll take you over to the grocery store where the homeless guy hangs out, and you can give him the £50 to use towards food and a new house. She thought that over for try again. She thought that over for a few seconds, and then she looked me straight in the eye and asked, "Why doesn't the homeless guy come over and do the work, and you can just pay him the £50?" I said, "Welcome to the Conservative Party. Her parents still aren't speaking to me." What? Politics isn't my forte, so I don't know whether I understand that. 1 second. Okay, so I'm joined now by my brother, who is my go-to when it comes to politics or anything to do with the political, because I have no clue. So the post says, "I recently asked my friend's little girl what she wanted to be when she grows up, and she said she wanted to be Prime Minister someday. Both of her parents, Labour voters, were standing there, so I asked her, if you were to be Prime Minister, what would be the first thing you would do? She replied, I'd give food and houses to all the homeless people. Her parents beamed. Wow, what a worthy goal, I told her. But you don't have to wait until you're Prime Minister to do that. You can come over to my house and mow the lawn, pull the weeds, and sweep my yard, and I'll pay you £50. Then I'll take you over to the grocery store where the homeless guy hangs out, and you can give him the £50 to use towards food and a new house. She thought that over for a few seconds, and then she looked me straight in the eye and asked, why doesn't the homeless guy come over and do the work, and you can just pay him the £50? I said, welcome to the Conservative Party. Her parents still aren't speaking to me. I don't get it. Does that make any sense to you?
No.
Okay, well, we'll move on then. Thanks for your input there, Daniel.
No.
I don't know whether it's... But the 109 people have reacted with a laughing face, so I don't know whether I'm just being stupid here. We'll move on, because we're not all about politics here on the OCP. Right, next one, fountain pen. I had a meeting with one of my clients recently. They had a new CFO that I was to meet to discuss a consulting contract. During our meeting, the CFO, in front of 4 others at the table, asked why I was using an expensive fountain pen, a Pilot 823, to take notes, when a $1 ballpoint pen does the same thing. Why does he care? What? No one asks shit like... I asked her why she drives an expensive Audi German car. That's not what it says. I read that like German car was a thing in the brackets. I asked her why she drives an expensive German car, Audi, when a used Toyota does the same thing. She nodded and smiled. Everyone else chuckled, and I got the contract. Oh, and everyone cheered. First up, didn't happen. Second up, nobody cares what fucking pen you're using. Stop just trying to basically say, I own a fountain pen. It's a Pilot 823, but I don't want to seem like I'm a knobhead by pointing that out, so I'm just going to write a fake scenario in which I can just subtly mention that I have a fountain pen. Fucking knobs. Chad movie from a 5-year-old. What the fuck is this? Okay, my 5-year-old cousin got suspended for 4 days from kindergarten because he punched a kid in the face. And why did he punch that kid? Because that kid called an African-American girl ugly because of her skin colour. After my cousin punched him, the teacher asked why. He said, no girl is ugly. All of them are beautiful, like Cinderella. Fuck off. You clearly haven't been on Tinder, mate. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Oh, dear. That's just no. I'm sorry. But... what? We'll move on. Oh no, that was it. That was the last one. Oh, there is that Nicolas Cage on a pickle video. I could watch that, actually. I can't watch it on here because it's copyright. Fuck's sake. Well, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed that, whatever the fuck that was. It's just something, isn't it? Something to listen to on your Tuesday whilst you're, I don't know, what are you doing? You're baking a cake or mowing a lawn? Maybe you're driving a truck, Josh. I don't know. Whatever you're doing, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. And you can join me again next week, where I'll be on with either myself or Josh, depending. And we'll be doing some other stuff. Not sure what it will be, because we don't plan in advance too much. Yeah, but keep an eye out for my walkie videos on Original Copycats YouTube. And go and leave a like. Go and leave a subscribe, because we are currently on 57 subscribers. And we want to get that up to 100 by the end of the year. That's a big shout, but I reckon we can do it, because we have done bits on our downloads lately for the podcast. And if that's any metric to go by, then we can do anything. And with the support of you guys, anything's possible. So let's fucking smash it, guys. Let's get it to 100 subscribers. And then we can go from there. More content more content on the way as the year progresses. We've got some big plans, both for the podcast and the YouTube. So stay tuned for that. But while you're doing that, why not go and follow us on the socials, at the Instagram, _OCP, and the Reddit is r/theOCP. We want to just get a little family over there, and currently we have 8 members. So let's get a 9th, because we've been on 8 for a while. So come on. You can also send us a email on originalcopycatscontact@gmail.com. You can send us a DM if you want on Instagram or whatever. Leave us a comment on YouTube. And yeah, actually, there is a thing at the moment which I got an email about the other day, which I have set up on Spotify. There's now a section, if you go into the episode description itself, down the bottom, there is a thing that allows you to leave episode feedback. I think there's like a Q&A type thing. So I've put one of those on last week's episode. If you want to go over and just have a little look at that, and just let us know what you think. And while you're there, leave us a 5-star review, because we're getting there with the reviews. I think we're on 16 reviews now, and it's 4.8 stars out of 5. Banging. So thanks for that. That's really cool. But yeah, so go and do all of that whilst you got an hour. That was a decent episode. I enjoyed that. Anyway, join us again next week. We'll be doing something else. Not sure what yet. Have a good week, guys. And I will catch you soon. See you later. Well, that was a good episode, wasn't it, Josh?
That was brilliant.
That was really good. I especially enjoyed how everyone sounded.
Yeah.
We're here just to say, before you go, could you please spread us around? We'd love it if you could just tell your friends about us and potentially leave us a review where you can.
You can rate now on Spotify.
Yes, so you can. You can rate us. So
if you could rate us 5, we'd really appreciate it. But if not, that's fine too.
If you do rate us 5 or anything above, I know you can't, but if you somehow hack the systems, I will personally...
Don't continue.
Thank you.
That's better.
There we go.
Well done. So yes, if you could please feel free to follow us on all the socials.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.